At the start, an S-rank party called Flaming Dragon Fang is introduced. A monster attacks them out of nowhere. Vandana steps up to fight it, but gets slightly hurt. Then, the captain, Galnova, finishes the monster with a fiery move. The village celebrates. Doesn't look like Dan Machai's bull, but somehow it's his servant. Next scene shows them at home. Villagers have no food. Feels off. He tells the boy not to cook for him. Vandana says this'll be the last meal they eat from them. The guy's clueless about what's going on. Then Galnova says, "Bro, you're too weak. All you're good for is housework." Marlafis adds, "We need a stronger team. If not, we need a better match. You're not good, can't even do proper magic." Irina pleads, "Please don't do this." But he kicks Galwas in the stomach with a creepy grin. Next scene, Irina's walking away, says, "They kicked me from the team. Now I don't know where to go." Then he heads to the holy place to find work. The receptionist says, "It's fine. I'll interview you, and if I like you, I'll hire you again." She asks for his name and age. His name is Cut Rock Hans, and he's 15. After that, he leaves his village. The girl doesn't know his village. She asks, "Were you in another party?" He replies, "Flaming Dragon Fang." Surprised, she listens as he talks about the party. The girl reassures him, saying it's okay, he got fired. Then, she mentions that her powers are from God, and they'll find a way to unlock her talent. Kurt is happy about this. He then explains the ranking system. His rank isn't the top. Triple S rank is. A and B are stronger than D or E ranks. The hero thought he'd be ranked similarly. It turns out his rank isn't even G, he's a literal G rank. He gets depressed. She reassures him, saying they'll look into it further. But then the scene cuts. The hero, feeling down, says, "I'm out of money." The girl asks, "Need money?" She tells Kurt to pick up a heavy bag, which he can't even lift. Kurt struggles but can't pick her up. She then suggests they head to the city for work. Kurt gets excited. He approaches a man who gives him a task: paint cement in 3 hours. When the man returns, he's shocked at how much Kurt has done. The man wonders how Kurt managed it. Kurt explains he threw the cement block up and fixed it with wood. The man asks how long Kurt will stay, and Kurt says about a week. Kurt gets paid, making him happy. 3 days later, people are amazed at the progress. The man tells Kurt he can't offer more work. Kurt asks why. The man says, "It's only been 3 days, and you've done so much work. If you keep going, the others won't get a chance to work or earn money." He pays Kurt for the 3rd day and leaves. Kurt feels sad. He talks to the same girl, who reassures him. Then, another girl is seen arguing with a receptionist. The one talking to Kurt goes over to ask what happened. The girl can't afford a miner, and if she doesn't get one today, her work won't be done. Kurt, being kind, offers to help for free, but the receptionist says she needs to pay 10 silver coins for a decent miner. The girl has no money, so Kurt agrees to go with her. Kursel, thinking Kurt is a good person, is surprised when he sees how much Kurt earned in 3 days: over 200 gold coins. Kursel wonders why Kurt was so tired when the sacks he carried weren't heavy. Then, Kursel arrives at the location and finds only one tent, wondering if he has to sleep there. The girl asks what's wrong, and Kurt jokes he's never slept with such a beautiful girl. She gets shy and pushes him away. She gives him food, and Kurt opens up about his past and his former party, revealing that despite being treated poorly, he thinks they were still better than others. That night, the girl lies awake, wondering if Kurt is the right person. She sees him sleeping outside, noticing a button on her jacket is broken, and Kurt fixed it. She tells him not to mind now and suggests using more brains and magic. Kurt shows her a stone, and inside it is a gem. She's amazed as they collect magical crystals. She decides not to leave now since her work is done. Kurt says she can leave, and they talk briefly. Ulsha wants Kurt to come with her, but he prefers staying. Time passes, and Ulija finds it cute. She then goes to sell or give away the magical crystal. The people there aren't impressed, and she shows her pendant. The knight realizes Ulija works for the porcupine family and apologizes to her. Ulija thinks about how she never told her the truth about the crystal, and even if she did, it wouldn't be believed. Ulija visits a shop to sell the crystal. The shopkeeper doesn't inspect it closely, and Ulija doubts she'll buy it. But the girl offers 10 gold coins, surprising Ulija. The girl explains the crystal holds 10 times the mana of a normal psyche and shares more details. Ulija reveals she has 50 such crystals. The shopkeeper's brother offers 500 gold coins, warning her not to sell it elsewhere, as no one else would recognize its true value. The girl asks if someone helped Elijah, but she refuses to say. The girl reassures her, saying it's fine and they're friends. Later, both Elijah and Kurlish wonder who is Cord and discuss him briefly. She requests to deposit all the gold in her card account. The next day, Elijah returns to the spot where she and Kurt had stayed, only to find Kurt built an entire house in just one day, leaving her amazed. Flaming Dragon Fang's crew is getting wrecked by a weird monster. Canova's fires out, healers low on juice, and the new guy's useless. Kurt's stunned, but Steele says sorry he won't fight since he still kinda backs the squad. He wants to help from above. He's with Illusia now, and she's impressed. She heads off, but then a card pops up talking taxes. She says she only kept 1 gold. The rest got auto-deposited since she barely worked. They chat plans. Kurt found a cool van and plans to dig today. Ulsha asks if he slept. He says 6 HRS. Seeing her reaction, Kurt reflects he only slept 4 HRS back in Flaming Dragon. He quickly apologizes, says he'll make it up, but she doesn't get it. They go mining. Kurt tells her not to dig past 50M since he's grabbing all ore from there, then digs solo. Later, Lucia's pumped she found a big topaz worth 3 gold. She thinks about asking Kurt to turn it into a magic crystal, but skips it, doesn't want to mess with Makar's innocence. She checks his tunnel, expecting something solid, and it's huge, naturally lit by moss. Mostly junk and a few ores, but she's happy Kurt's mining like a pro. Then she spots shiny stones mithril and totally freaks. Kurt starts explaining how he found them. The mithril in the village was once seen as junk, tossed out. 2 days later, mining wraps. Kurt explains Illusia made a deal to let PPL use the tunnel as a shortcut for a fee only if it's through Kurt to help cover taxes. Then Bendina shows up. Kurt's happy, but she says she's not a Flaming Dragon fan anymore cause of past stuff. Flashback, Golnova ditched a restaurant bill, currently now ordered to arrest him. Bendina then offers Kurt a great job at a workshop. He's unsure, but she hypes him up. After he leaves, she reflects on how hard it is to be the great sage's apprentice. He gets to the address surprised it's just a reg house. After that, he looks for Michelle but bumps into a naked girl. They both stay chill. Kurt says sorry for barging in. He's shocked to see a curse mark on her stomach and asks to check it. She says okay, turns out her organs are messed up from it. Suddenly, her stomach growls she's hungry. Kurt offers to cook. Back in the kitchen, Kurt finishes cooking just as Michelle and Lady Felly show up. The girl in the back was hungry, so she cooked. When Ophelia hears, she orders no one to speak to him again, credit accepted. She gives him money, tells him to come back tomorrow. After Kurt leaves, Ophelia wonders why she let her meet an outsider, but shifts focus to breaking the curse. Ophelia brings food to the girl, warns her not to look out the window, it's dangerous. She also fixes her clothes. The girl, still starving, wants to eat, but Ophelia says she must do a poison test first. The girl says they can't test on just any irregular, but she trusts the boy and wants to skip the test. This might be her last chance. She eats the porridge, loves the taste, then suddenly chokes and collapses. Ophelia, furious, is about to run to Anti-Road, but the girl stops her, her curse is gone. Ophelia is shocked it broke too fast. Scene shifts, 2 men talk. One apologizes for not knowing how to heal it, wants to try another spell. The other says not to bother, Lady Lizelot will kill him anyway. It turns out the girl is the 3rd princess, Lady Lizelot. Mimi is stunned, her illness is cured. Ophelia explains she wasn't sick, she was cursed. The curse started after Jack Lizelot was born to a princess married into the Eastern Kingdom. Someone wants her dead to start a war because Lizelot's life symbolizes peace. Now, their mission is to find the one who cast the curse.